Welcome back to the Tiny Book Club podcast, where we discuss, analyze, and obsess over fantasy books one chapter at a time. We're your hosts, Miss Shayla,
Rayleigh,
Poonam,
and Peyton.
And today we are diving into Kingdom of Ash, the final book in the Throne of Glass series, written by Sarah J. Maas. We will be splitting this book up into 3 separate episodes in order to cover as much detail as possible. This is the second episode of our coverage, so if you missed part 1, go back and listen to that first.
Before we get started, be sure to follow our socials at Tiny Book Club Pod and rate this podcast.
Okay, I'm going to go over a quick spoiler-free summary. As the war intensifies, every group is pushed to its limits. Aelin and her allies race back to Terrasen, where overwhelming enemy forces are closing in. Along the way, old wounds begin to heal, and long-awaited reinforcements finally answer Terrasen's call. Meanwhile, Dorian undertakes a dangerous mission deep inside enemy territory, and Manon embraces her destiny as she works to unite the witches.
All right, guys, now we're just going to talk shit about our least favorite characters for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes? That's a
Exactly.
really
And
long
then
time.
we're going to move on. We're going to get it all out of the system before we go on. So if you don't want to hear us talk poorly about people in the series, just skip past it for 5 minutes and we'll move on to the summaries. Poonam, go ahead.
Yeah, Poonam, you
Peyton,
got
go ahead.
I hate Aelin, and I think I said this last week, I would have been okay if he died. I think he should have died. We need to have more consequences at the end of books, and I would much rather
He'd be the
him
perfect
have died.
candidate.
He'd be the perfect candidate. I wish he had died and Gabriel had lived.
I wish, yes, Gabriel should have lived. I think it's absolutely insane that he is gone. I think the saddest part to me was that they didn't get to mend their relationship.
Aelin didn't deserve that anyway.
Oh my gosh. He did, though, seriously sit there and like talk trash about his dad the whole time, and he never gave him a chance. Like, he could have had chances, and he never gave him the time of day. Like,
He threw Lysandra out naked in the snow, okay? Death.
he did that. Yes.
Immediate death.
Yes.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Peyton, it's your turn.
I was saying I feel like I have a hard time because
She hates Aelin, you guys.
I just don't love Aelin, and I don't know. She's like Rayleigh said several episodes ago. If she was someone in real life, she's someone I wouldn't be friends with if she was a real person. She's just not my cup of tea. I don't know. Her decision making.
Who would you be friends with, just out of curiosity?
Probably no one in this series.
Lysandra?
I like Lysandra. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do actually like I do like the individual characters. I just think the overall,
Yeah.
Just the main
wasn't
character
my
she
vibe.
hates.
the main,
Yes, that was unfortunate.
The big one.
absolute main one.
I don't know why either. I don't have a direct answer. I just don't like her very much.
I think that's okay. You don't have to like everybody.
Yeah.
That's
Not
means
every
you
book
have
has to be
discernment.
for every person. Like,
Yeah.
if you liked it, you're just going along with what everybody else is telling you to like me.
Yeah.
So,
like me.
Yeah.
Like that video I sent on Instagram where she rated Kingdom of Ash and second lowest to Air of Fire out of all of the Maspers. I was like, I feel this.
yeah.
She was like, where's the what did she say? Where's the tragedy or something like
Where's
something
the
like that.
tragedy? This is what I'm saying. Aelin should have died.
Because people are the devastation. She's like, is the devastation in the room with us? Because
I
Literally.
was really happy that there wasn't any devastation, but we know that I like rainbows and butterflies. But I do agree. I think like there needed to be a little something more.
Yeah.
But the devastation really was in the traumas of every single person's childhood and upbringing, right? Like,
yeah. I
mean, their lives, like,
more.
Aelin's life was
Yeah.
tragic.
Yeah.
It was.
a lot
I don't know.
of
I
that.
feel like in a part 3, we'll like go deeper into our final opinions. I feel like of the whole series, like how we normally rate a book, we'll probably do a rate the series situation. So I'll come back then with some ammunition.
Some more heat. My
Really?
initial thought of this question was just the villains in the story. I was taking it very literally, okay? I hate Manon's grandma because she's I wish there was a better word for her, but she's absolutely horrible. Okay, there's no
Yeah,
better word
yeah.
that describes her better than
No.
that word. Let's be real. She's
horrible, yeah.
She
She's
is
the
horrible.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally
Um,
evil. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
good about her
Yeah.
at all, ever.
Yeah.
I know
So
she's actually quite possibly worse than Erebin, who we all know
Whoa.
is my least favorite character in this entire book. But no,
That's
after
true.
like everything that she did to Astrid, and then like she gutted her own granddaughter. Like,
Yeah.
and then the most psychotic thing that she did was she had her granddaughter kill her sister. Like, just yeah.
Mhm.
No, I agree. We hate her. There was no other like real villains that I hated, or not villains, but people in the series that I hated enough to bash on for 5 minutes. So
Besides
just-
Erebin,
yeah.
you
well,
Oh,
he's a villain.
another
He's a
one?
villain.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
only like I none of the main characters.
Yeah.
I don't hate them enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't.
I feel like
Yeah,
you
none
liked
of the
everyone.
main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
I also really didn't like Vernon. He's gross. I mean, his just a
Yeah,
name.
he's for sure
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vernon is what Venon always autocorrects to.
Also,
Oh, really?
Vernon is the
Yeah.
main uncle in Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
already gave me a negative
Negative
vibe.
connotation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. All right, should we move
Okay.
on after
Yes.
our shit
Yeah.
talking?
When we come back, we will be diving into Kingdom of Ash. See you shortly.
Okay, this is your official spoiler warning for Kingdom of Ash. From this point forward, we will be discussing major plot points, character arcs, and spoilers for the entire series. If you have not finished this series yet, please pause this episode and come back to it once you have finished reading.
Okay, this is completely off topic, kind of. But ever since Poonam accidentally sent Fourth Wang and
I'm nervous.
I
I'm
can't.
nervous.
No, anytime anyone says the word Kingdom of Ash, I can't stop thinking Kingdom of Ass because Dave sent me that. And so now it just pops up in my head every time.
If you have not finished Kingdom of Ass, please pause this episode and come back to it once you have finished reading.
That's where it's going in my head. It's so dumb.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
It's fitting because it sucks. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's so mean.
No, that was good. I like that.
Because it sucks.
We're canceled.
Yeah. No, we don't actually think that, but some of us do. Not me.
Some of us do, but you won't be able to guess which ones, so please don't come at us.
Okay, we are going over chapters 41 through 82 today. We are covering the middle of the book. A lot happens, so let's get started. Okay. Aelin and the others have finally reached the sea after traveling through the underground caves. For the first time since her rescue, Aelin and Rowan are able to talk about the fact that they're mates. Aelin also has an important conversation with Lorcan. She tells him she still doesn't fully trust him, but gives him a choice. Swear the blood oath to her, and he'll always be welcome in Terrasen, or refuse, and he'll never be allowed to enter Terrasen again. Which means he'll never see a lead. Lorcan chooses a lead, he swears the blood oath, and promises to protect Terrasen.
I thought this was hilarious because everyone, including Fenris, they're all like, there's no way he's going to agree to this, and then he does.
Yeah. I was not surprised that he did it because we all knew that he would do it, obviously, for a lead because I think they're mates. So, but honestly, I liked it. I thought it was really full circle that he's like trying to kill Aelin, and now he's like fully bloodsworn to her. So,
Wait,
I
I
liked
have a
that.
question. Do we think that humans have mates? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I
think
swear.
so.
Because she's a human,
Yes.
but he not.
I feel like it's just
He's
the fake people in
500
my
years
brain.
old.
Yeah,
so
no, I
he's-
know. I don't know if they're actually mates. I don't know if it does it say that? I don't know. I just kind of
remember.
assumed
I
because
just was
like
curious. Sorry to interrupt.
Lysandra and Aelin or
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
No?
it says that they're mates. I swear it's
yeah, I
mentioned that
swear
they're
it
mates.
mentioned it at the
Really?
end that they were mates. Yes.
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 Ick. Okay.
His-
And
sorry,
I
at some
wasn't-
point it's
I
like he's
wasn't
a
sure
mate.
if it was them or if it was Aelin and Lorcan because I was like I knew or both. Like if
Well,
they're
she's
feel
not.
like
She's a shifter.
She's a
That makes
shifter,
sense.
So yeah.
yeah.
She's not
But
a
Lee
human.
being human, I don't think the humans have mates.
He's my
Okay, but Feyre
Yeah.
Feyre was Reese's mate, even though
That's true.
they
That's
like
true.
she
Yeah.
was human.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if in this world. I don't know. I don't know how anything works. Okay,
Guys,
clearly.
we could still have mates out there.
Guys, we just need to be turned.
That's so stupid.
He returned.
no.
Just kidding. Okay.
You're like, sorry, every single one of our significant others.
Sorry,
Dan's like
every
the only one that
single
listens, so he's
husband.
gonna be like, "Wow, cool."
He's gonna be like, yeah, my mate's Nesta, so
Yeah.
leave you in the dust.
The twat.
The twat.
Yes. And her finger. Oh.
Okay. Last thing about
Back
this section.
back to what we're actually talking about.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice here. Let's be real. I mean, he did, but he didn't also. Because
He-
what else is he gonna do? Just go off and be like on his own forever again? I mean, not again, but that didn't really work out when
Yeah.
when he was doing that for a little bit. But I just said he killed two birds with one stone by, like pledging himself to Aelin and then also a lead at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him being like, "I choose you."
Yeah.
And exactly, he
choose
was
you,
gonna
girl.
he was gonna stay around anyway. Like he wasn't gonna leave.
Yeah.
So
That
you're
was
exactly right. Okay.
She's like,
I mean,
Literally puke.
oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, Dorian, Manon, and the 13 travel to the Farian Gap. Dorian uses his shape-shifting abilities to disguise himself as a Vogue and flies into the camp on Noreen to scout ahead. When he returns, he reports that the 3 matrons aren't there. Only Petra Blueblood and around 300 Iron Teeth witches remain. Manon and the 13 enter the Omega, speak with Petra. Manon reveals her grandmother's true plan to rule as the witch's only queen by eliminating the blue blood and yellow legs bloodlines and forcing every witch to serve her. Manon gives a powerful speech asking the Iron Teeth to stand with her instead. Then she and the 13 leave, allowing the witches to make their own decisions. If I were the witches, I would 100% believe everything that Manon said after seeing her be gutted by her own grandmother, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah,
That's-
she seems terrible. So I
Yeah.
believe you.
Yeah. I already said how I feel about her earlier, but she's so relentless. Like,
Yeah.
when is this gonna end? I'm just over her. I'm over this bitch.
I know.
I know.
I said Grandma deserves the Baba Yellow Leg special.
She does.
She
Yeah.
100% does. Oh my gosh. Although she's free, Aelin is still haunted by her captivity. She dreams that she's still trapped in the iron coffin and wonders why she was the one chosen to pay the price. Part of her even hopes Dorian finds the final word key and forges the lock so she won't have to. As they travel, Rowan begins helping Aelin rebuild the strength and muscle that she lost during her imprisonment, while Aelin teaches the group how to draw word marks. I know none of you were really sad about this, but this started to make me sad because she had just gotten free of being captive and got back to living, and now she is reminded that she is the ultimate sacrifice and she's gonna have to die. And so it just made me understand why she wanted to escape as Selena and live a completely different life because this would not be her fate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like no matter what she does, she can't escape her demise. And she's really close to having a happy ending, and so,
I know.
that would just be really hard.
Yeah, she's
She's
like
trying
found
to,
her
like-
mate. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, knowing that you're gonna have to sacrifice yourself would suck. But then also her thinking like hopefully Dorian's first, kind of,
Yeah.
I said it is sad that she thinks she'll die, but like someone should have actually died, okay?
I,
We said that earlier.
I fully agree.
I disagree, but that's okay.
I think that every note I put in today is negative, so I'm so sorry to everyone listening.
I had literally like texted the group and said like, I just wish that Dorian and Aelin could like do this together and go half and half. Like I don't remember when I said that, but you all were like, that's so dumb. Like that's a really stupid opinion. And
We're so mean.
no, you were not that
We're
mean, but
really
you all
mean.
We
probably
definitely wouldn't have said
Michaela,
it that
that
way.
No.
sucks.
you probably gaslighted me and
You're like, wow.
We're like, actually, no.
yeah. But anyway. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's my turn again. At Aniel, the battle has now lasted 5 exhausting days. Arisha quietly tells Irene that she already knows she's pregnant. Neither Irene nor Kale has admitted the truth to the other yet, even though they both know. Before they can have the conversation, a war horn sounds. Hussar has arrived with the Dargon cavalry and thousands of reinforcements. Thank goodness for Hussar here. I mean, her mean girl energy definitely makes her a good leader of the cavalry. So at least there's that.
Yeah, I can just picture her bossing everybody around.
I said, did anyone else think there was like so many battles in this book?
I mean, they're like in war, so like it makes sense.
I know,
you
but there was like
That's like
8,
what's happening.
She's
there
like,
was, like-
by the way, that's what war is.
so many.
because I've been in so many wars.
She's
Yeah.
fought and served.
I am not. I am not. I am not saying that I have done that.
I just feel like there was like a battle and then they
I-
win, and then there was a
Yeah.
battle and then they win again.
But there's
Yeah.
a lot of territories
Yeah.
Yeah.
that are
I
under
was just
attack,
going to say, though,
so-
like, as
Yeah.
Violet Sorengale, I have actually been in a lot of battles.
I was waiting.
But
what
yeah,
about Aelin?
Yeah, aren't you
And-
also Aelin?
I am Aelin. Yeah. I have to
Cut
say,
that-
I
cut that as a
stopped-
clip for a reel.
I stopped.
I am Aelin.
I stopped being as much Aelin, I feel like. I don't know.
And
I struggled
You became
with...
Lysandra.
No. I started watching like you guys from a bird's eye view, like movie picture in after like really after probably Queen of Shadows. I feel like I started watching instead of being in it. And I don't really know why. Maybe it got too stressful for me.
I had to
Whatever.
remove myself from the situation.
Yeah, I don't know. Outrageous.
You know, in video games, like if you're driving, you can change the perspective from being like literally
yes.
looking at the road or at the car. You're
Yeah,
like
or you're
went from
in the
being
car,
looking at
yeah.
the road to like above the car.
Yes. Yep. 100%. I was in the car and now I'm watching the car. Back in Terrasen, Adian's army is nearing Perinth, with Morath's forces only a day or so behind them. As Morath's soldiers charge across a frozen river, the Fae shatter the ice with their magic, sending hundreds of enemy soldiers into the freezing water. It's a clever strategy, but Morath simply has too many troops. The battle quickly turns against Terrasen as Lysandra fights in the form of a wyvern. Oops, I'm in fourth wing here. As
That's hard.
Lysandra fights in the form of a wyvern, their army continues to lose ground. Soldiers begin fleeing the battlefield, and Lysandra realizes she has to give them hope, and she shifts into Aelin's form, not with blazing fire, but with a sword, and charges into the battle. The sight of their queen inspires the soldiers to stand and fight.
Yeah, but how dumb are these people? Because if this was Aelin, she'd incinerate these soldiers without thinking twice. I just implore them to use their brains.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they're still like, why are you not using your magic? Like, they all have to know something's up. Like, we don't, like, we know you're a decent fighter, but you're like, you have this magic, use it.
You have this all-powerful magic and you're just gonna fight with your sword? Okay.
She's just running down like, for Narnia. I don't know why, but and they're like, nope, girl, that's not what we need.
They're like, incinerate these bitches.
Yes,
Literally.
like, we could be done with this battle, okay?
Yeah.
Instead,
said
3/4 of us
battle.
are gonna die. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Lysandra soon finds herself facing 2 Ilkin alone. Aelin sees her surrounded and runs toward her, convinced she's about to die. As he races across the battlefield, he realizes how much he regrets everything he said to her. Yeah, as he should. By the time he reaches her, one of the Ilkin has already slashed her with its poisoned claws. Now saving Lysandra becomes just as important as winning the battle. Then Morath unleashes one of its deadliest weapons. A group of witches arrives with a witch tower. One witch performs the yielding, sacrificing herself so that the tower can channel and amplify her power. The blast is devastating. In a single strike, 4,000 of Aedian soldiers are wiped out.
Yeah, when she yields herself, the blast is also black. I'm just saying it's not pure white like when the 13 do it, okay? If another person says it's not that deep, I think you should look inward.
The person that was like, it's not that deep. Okay,
Yeah.
she doesn't just change the color for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and
Idiot.
someone else.
Out of love.
Yeah, exactly. Someone else was saying it's like black is because it's evil or because of malintention, and then white is because it's like for a pure reason.
Yeah.
Like for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's a thought that the 13 were actually yielding themselves and then were transported to another world, possibly. So, like, the different color was because they ended up somewhere else, which is why they believe that the Akatar, like Feyre and the
Their mom.
Archeron sisters,
Yeah.
one of the witches is their mom, and then Astrid.
And I'm just saying,
yeah.
when SJM was on Call Her Daddy, she said no, like a hard no on several questions, but she would not answer that question. So just don't tell me it doesn't mean anything, okay?
Yeah.
It was
I
very
hope that's
intentionally
what it
written.
is.
It's
Yeah.
always intentionally written.
Mhm.
We'll see. When people are like, bring back the 13, I think they're alive. They're just not
I mean, do people
in
normally
Erilea.
die?
It's Sarah.
To say
They're going to show up in the next Akatar.
They'll be in Crescent City.
Crescent City, yeah. Anyway, this did remind me though of the blast of the cauldron. So like when they're like getting the cauldron ready to blast and it just like immediately shoots light off and kills off like 5,000 soldiers at a time or however many.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
it's not good.
No. Oh, yes. Okay. Did you want to say yours or did you already?
No, I already kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in Aniel, Kale, Nezrin, Sartak, and Hassar are discussing battle strategy when Aelin, Rowan, and the others arrive. Aelin immediately bursts into tears when she sees Kale standing and embraces him. It is such a satisfying reunion after everything they've both been through. Aelin finally meets Irene again, and Irene returns the note Aelin gave her years ago. Kale reveals that he and Irene are married, and Aelin happily shares that she married Rowan. And she then casually reveals another huge piece of information. Gavriel is Aedian's father.
I guess I forgot that some people still don't know that Gavriel is Aedian's father, but I love when Gavriel says, Aedian is my pride. It was so sweet.
I know.
I loved that. And also, a lot of information clearly is being revealed here by these two groups meeting back up. But Irene and Aelin's reunion is very sweet.
I love
It is.
the whole reunion there with Irene and Kale with Aelin and Kale and Aelin and Irene, just because of how meaningful Irene is, or Aelin is to Irene. So many names.
Yes. There's so many.
Yeah.
Just a million names.
Yes.
In this scene, they all felt grown up to me, finally. Even though this happened, like, when was the last time we saw each other? Like, 6 months ago or less?
Yeah,
4 months
it
or
was-
something?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it did feel that way. It felt like especially Aelin seeing that Kale was walking because she had sent him away, to go get
Yeah.
fixed. And so
Yeah.
it was such a special moment, truly, that she could look at him and be like, look, he's standing. Like, that's so exciting.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that was very special.
Yeah, I loved when they all reunited and Aelin learned that Irene and Kale are married. And I said, that
Yes.
was quick, wasn't it, Aelin?
Yeah.
Married,
And
knocked up baby on the way. Yeah.
Within 3 months.
Yes, met, married, pregnant.
Back in the 20s, baby.
I know. They got to do
Literally.
it quick because they didn't know how long they were going to make it, they're under war. They got to do all the things at once. Okay. Falcon soon arrives at camp looking decades younger than before. Aelin recognizes him from years ago in Xandria, and Nezrin reveals that Falcon is actually Lysandra's uncle. Nezrin also explains everything they learned from the Stygian spider. The spiders are actually Volg creatures, and Maeve is the Volg queen they serve. She explains that the Volg are parasites, and Irene reveals they discovered a way to remove them from human hosts. Aelin finally tells everyone the truth about where she's been. She wasn't off on business or some rogue mission. Maeve held her captive for 2 months, and although she escaped, Aelin quietly admits that she feels like Maeve broke her.
I said I think it's interesting because Selena Sardathian would never have admitted to somebody that someone else had the power to break her, but Aelin Galathinius admits it to her mate and some of her closest friends. So you can just see her growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And the fact that now, finally, everyone knows the truth about Maeve.
She's like, oh, by the way, I was being
Yeah.
tortured for 2 months.
Yes. Hey,
Casual.
everyone. Aelin here.
Yeah.
This whole body, it's new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Crazy.
Uh,
I was so, I don't know, I loved that everyone finally knew. We all knew
Mhm.
everything. I
Yeah.
just could not wait for that moment.
Yeah, it did feel like it took when we learned that Maeve is Vogue versus when everyone else found out, it felt like it took so long.
We literally
Yes,
learned in a different book.
yes. But it
Yeah.
felt, and then we're almost halfway through this book now. So it felt like everyone should have known, but really everyone's just coming together. And Nezrin, Kale, and Sartak are the ones who have that information. So it's just crazy that nobody else knew yet. Except, technically Aelin did know because she was just putting those visions into her brain the whole time. But she didn't know what was real or what was not.
Yeah.
Well, also at this point, I don't even think Dorian and the 13 know. So there are still characters that don't know.
Yes. Although Aelin had already sent a letter to everybody saying this, right? At this point.
Well, she
Mhm.
says
it was
Yeah, right after this. Yeah.
No, it was before this because Rowan goes, "Did you know that?" And she goes, "No, but it was a pretty good guess, or I had a hunch
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that." And so she
Yeah.
sent it, and she was just trying to convince everybody to come to their aid without actually knowing for a fact that Maeve was
Mhm.
Fog. But
Yeah, she was kind of bluffing and then it
Yeah,
worked out.
and then
then it
she's
worked.
yeah. Well, thankfully it was true. Finally, Lorcan and Elid's tension boils over once again. Elid can't understand how Lorcan could ever have loved Maeve. Lorcan immediately realizes that she's jealous and says so, and Elid denies it, insisting that she doesn't care whether he survives the coming battles or not. But she definitely does because, yeah, I said they communicate like teenagers, even though, Elite had been locked up in a tower for the last 10 years and Lorcan is a fey male, so it totally checks out, but they act crazy.
Yeah.
They do. I didn't blame her because that would be kind of hard to let go of.
Yeah.
With
I would be grossed out. I think I would
Yeah.
have a hard time not being Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm really disgusted by you.
Like, I like you, but every time I think about that, I get it icked out again.
Yeah.
I said I just knew we'd get some sort of I regret saying that moment from a lead come the next battle. Like,
Well,
she doesn't care whether he survives. You
yes.
freaking care. And as soon as he's on the brink of death, you're going to be like, I love you.
Which, that's some serious foreshadowing because, like, obviously he's going to
That's what
have to be
happens.
close to death.
Okay, Manon and the 13 return to the Kraken camp. Manon asks Glynis whether Rhiannon, her half-sister, truly believed the Iron Teeth witches could change. Glynis says she did, and that Rhiannon had always wanted to find Manon because she believed the two of them could rule the wastes together. Meanwhile, Dorian continues practicing his shapeshifting, learning how to properly fly as a raven so he'll eventually be ready to make the journey into Mora. I didn't like that part.
No. I know.
Well,
Again.
the Dorian part I liked, obviously, but the Manon part was sad.
Yeah. Well, it
Mhm.
just made me sad because, like, she wanted to rule with her sister. Like, she wanted to rule
Yeah.
with Manon and, like, hopefully, like,
Mhm.
bring the witch clans together. And instead, her grandma. Yeah, so she killed her, and that is devastating. That whole part is so sad. I'll never get over
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Basically, her grandma was just brainwashing her entire life. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brainwashing
That's
all
great.
of them. Like, they all thought they were
Yeah.
terrible, but
Yeah.
they find out the second they stop listening to her, oh, they all have hearts, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Crazy. I wonder what Rhiannon was thinking, you know? Like when she saw Manon, what was she
Yeah.
thinking?
Well, she said to
Like-
her, what did she say to her in Air Fire? She said something like,
You're not
She said something
made this
devastating.
way. You were
Yeah.
like raised this way.
yeah.
Or some like
I
I'm
don't know.
It was
definitely
something-
paraphrasing.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
like she gave in, like knew she was gonna die and said something absolutely devastating to Manon. And Manon didn't care at the time, but she did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But it hit harder when she realized that that was her sister.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I literally don't remember that. So
Was it
I
or
don't either.
yeah, it was in Air of Fire when her grandma
It
gave
was
her-
literally 4.5 books ago. Of course you don't remember.
yeah.
Nobody can fault you for that.
Okay, Lysandra wakes in a healer's tent with Aelin sitting beside her. He tells her they were forced to abandon Perinth. They've been retreating for 2 days, and they're now only 3 days from Orinth. Because Lysandra shifted back into her own body after being poisoned, every soldier now knows Aelin isn't with them. Surprise, surprise. Hadian apologizes for everything he said. Also, shocker, Lysandra tells him that even after everything Erebin forced her to endure, she has never felt so degraded or humiliated as she did when Adian threw her out of his tent naked. She's angry that it took her nearly dying for him to realize how wrong he was. She admits she hoped they'd be together when all this was over, but that possibility is gone now. Then she tells him she doesn't want to speak to him anymore. As she should, because WTF.
And that is where it should have ended with them. If I were Lysandra, I'd never ever forgive him. Also,
Yeah.
Adian isn't hot, okay? He's literally not hot.
He has long blonde hair.
Yeah, why do I
Tamlin.
picture Daemon Targaryen though from
Okay, he's
House of Dragon?
no.
That's what I picture.
I'm picturing Tamlin, but uglier because I hate this man.
I feel like he's supposed to not be ugly, but because he's blonde, it makes him ugly and it makes his heart ugly.
Well,
you guys
also,
both loved Rowan from the first time you met
Stop
him.
speaking to me.
He had
Rowan.
long hair. He
It
had
was
long
not
hair.
blonde. It was not blonde.
Tamlin is supposedly
Is
a
it
descendant
white?
of Adian and Lysandra because of his shifter abilities and the long, ugly
Mhm.
blonde hair. If anyone's
Yes.
listening to this and you have long blonde hair, I'm so sorry. It doesn't apply to females.
Yes, I was gonna say, unless you're a woman, then just ignore because I'm
You
sure
can
you're
have-
beautiful.
Yes. If you're a man with long blonde hair, maybe
Go
let's
cut it.
crop that
Go
a bit.
cut it
Unless you're
right
like a
now.
surfer and that's your vibe.
Even then,
Yeah. Even then.
like look
Sorry.
at Thor.
Um,
Look at Thor, for example. Right?
Oh my
Long
god,
blonde
he got
hair.
Oh.
so hot after he
As
cut
soon
it.
as he
Chops it
cut
off.
that hair.
So much hotter
yeah, true.
every time.
Back to what we were talking about.
Sorry.
If I was Lysandra, I would still be livid for sure.
Mhm.
Obviously she deserves better, and I still believe that Aedian's actions were inexcusable. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said yikes, being categorized lower than Arabin is crazy work, but also understandable.
oh yeah,
I mean,
true.
with Erebin, she knew who he was, what he was. She knew
Mhm.
that he was treating her like trash because he was paying for her. Aedian treated her like trash for free, which
Yeah,
is
at least
like,
get paid to be treated like
unacceptable.
trash.
yeah.
At least get your
Like,
bag,
at least she
girl.
was making money.
yeah.
yeah,
Like again, she knew who Erebin was, but like Aedian told her that he was going to marry her, and then yeah.
did.
I still, obviously, I don't. What he did was not excusable, but I still understand the anger because he told her that, and then she was like, the whole time knew that she was gonna kind of deceive him, and like have his babies and play it off like they were aliens. I don't know. I can still understand why he's angry about that.
Yeah, I understand his anger, but that you can have anger and not treat people so
Yeah.
demeaning, you know?
Yeah.
Like I fully understand him being angry, and maybe like he could not talk to her or like whatever, like, you know, whatever, but like treating her like that is like he treated her like straight trash. And
Mhm.
that's just not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay. Ren and Lord Darrow soon arrive at camp. Darrow immediately strips Aedian of his title as general and commander of the Bane for disobeying the lords. He also declares that if Lysandra ever shifts into Aelin again, she'll be executed. Finally, Darrow demands that Aelin surrender the sword of Orinth.
Aedian, not Aelin.
Oh,
Leave that in.
wait, what?
Yeah. That Aedian.
You said Darrow demands that Aelin surrender
Oh.
the sword of Orinth.
Oops. Okay. Finally,
Uh.
Darrow demands that Aedian surrender the sword of Orinth. Oops. I would think I was reading Aelin right above that.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, they look the
Yeah, that's
exact
okay.
same, honestly.
Oops.
Literally.
Yeah, again, you cannot blame Lysandra, and then like like it makes me mad that Lord Darrow blamed Lysandra like that. Like obviously she's doing it for Aelin, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, like if you ever do it again, which I guess I kind of understand. He's just pissed off because he got left behind, but and then making Aedian give him back the making him give back the sword, that was a pretty low blow for Aedian there.
Yeah.
He kind of deserved it.
Yeah. I think he deserved it because of how he was treating Aelin, but I don't think that he deserved to be stripped of his title. And
No, I
all
don't
that,
think
you know?
he should have been stripped of his title at all, but
Yeah.
it was karma
just-
for Lysandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I felt like Darrow was just doing that out of spite
Mhm.
because he was
Yeah.
mad.
He's a pissy old man.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how like royal families work, but it was annoying to me that Aedian's like part of the royal family and has more of a right to like the title than the lords do, right? Like, what are the lords?
Well,
Aedian's like
they currently
He's-
are denying
her Aelin
Aelin's
any
claim.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're like, the lords are
And-
going to rule over Terrasen.
And
they can-
Aedian is from a different, like, he's not from Terrasen.
He's not a
from-
Galathinius. He's an
Yes.
Ashriver.
Okay.
He's an Ashriver.
Got
So he's
it.
like, yeah, I don't
A
remember.
real
where they're-
loser, honestly.
Yeah, I don't remember where they're from, but different parts. So, like, royal
He's fr-
line wise, he wouldn't have any claim over
Okay.
anything of Aelin's unless they had married, which they had talked about them doing specifically for those purposes. And both of them were like, ew.
For some reason, I was thinking he was part of the. I mean, I didn't remember the exact relation because it was like forever ago that we learned that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ray, go ahead. It's not that
Well,
important.
he's part of her court, right? Though, because or is he not?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does that work? If like he's part of her court, but then he's
Well, because like Poonam said earlier, the lords are like the one. They're not
yeah, but
giving
he's
her
not from there. Like, is he gonna go back?
He's
to...
still her cousin, and she still wants him
Like-
as part of her court. But his mom was an Ash River, like Aelin's mom, and they're from Wendelin.
Yeah, so his family line is from Wendelin.
Yeah, but does he have
Got
any
it.
say in Wendelin still? Like, should he be there instead?
I don't think he's
No.
like
That's what
from
I'm
a royal family, and
Okay.
well,
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
This is why he should have died anyway.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? We don't even know where you go. Where do you don't belong? You
Are
don't
you
belong
supposed
anywhere.
to be here, or
God.
okay? Back in Aniel. Sorry, every time I say Aniel, I'm like,
Leaving
it
that
sounds
in.
like they have a freaking stick up their ass. Like,
Aniel.
and his
They
dad
do.
basically does, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna
British.
say, and Kale does
Mhm.
too for the first however many
Yeah.
books.
In my head, whenever I say it, I'm just like, ew. Okay.
I just picture the Duke of Wesselton. Okay.
Yeah. Aniel.
Sorry.
Back in Weaseltown. Weaseltown, is that what he says?
Yeah, it's Wesselton. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Back in Aniel, Kale finally tells Irene that he knows she's pregnant. Sorry, just rolling my eyes here.
She's like giving birth.
Yeah. I
He's
know
like,
you're
"So you're
pregnant. There's
pregnant."
something off. There's a head coming out.
She's crowning. Okay. Ew. Aelin also meets Kale's father for the first time, and she absolutely tears into him. She humiliates him in front of everyone and tells him to rot in hell. It's also revealed that because Maeve isn't truly the Fae Queen, Aelin would actually be the rightful heir to Dornell.
Yeah, the fairy queen
So there
of
you
the
go.
West.
I guess that answers the
is-
Adian question there. He doesn't have anything. No matter what.
She's like, her title over there would be the fairy queen of the West, which is really
Yeah.
gross and lame. Queen of Terrasen is a much better title. Let's never
Yes.
say fairy queen ever
is.
again.
But I have to say, I loved when she tore into Kale's dad. That is like one of the best parts of this whole book because she can be so mean, you know, and he gets everything he
Mhm.
deserves.
Yeah. He deserved every second of her
Yeah,
just tearing him down. I was like, please continue.
I know. I would like to hear more.
Just ripping him a new one. And then wait, are the little folk from Dornell? Or are they just like
They
where are
be
the little-
everywhere, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, because they helped him
Is
out of the cave.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
when they
They
were.
did.
yeah.
I think they're just wherever they're needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
Okay.
wherever she is.
So they just respect her as their queen,
Mm-hmm.
just in
Mhm.
general.
That's nice. So
Mm-hmm.
wholesome.
The little folk. Okay. I don't remember Aelin like tearing into Kale's. I don't remember what was said or like what was happening, but I'm sure it was great.
I don't remember either. Like what exactly she said, but
But you remember it happening.
yeah, I think yes. I remember it happening. Oh, it's because okay, so she starts yelling at him because he is being rude to Kale, basically, and then she's like he outranks you, like, and
Sit down, little boy.
yeah, and he's like, you're not the queen of Otterlin, and she's like, no, but your son is the hand of the king, so he's the highest ranking of any of us in this room, and he doesn't
Okay.
love that. He doesn't love that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Dorian has become so skilled at shapeshifting that he can now take the form of a female witch. Before leaving, he confronts Manon and tells her she's too afraid to admit that what she really wants, that she doesn't want him to go to Morath. Before they continue the conversation, the 3 Iron Teeth matrons arrive.
During Dorian's point of view here, he says he's annoyed by his cumbersome breasts, and I laughed out loud. I was like, yeah, they're not always fun to have. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. We literally have them. Like, I don't think women care about their boobs. Like, I feel like
Couldn't care less.
they're basically here for the men.
True.
And
No,
for
really,
babies
like,
and
and
nourishment.
yeah, for babies.
Yeah, I mean, biologically they're for babies, but
Yeah.
I couldn't care less if I had them or not.
Yeah, they're just there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But also,
Um,
Manon totally does love Dorian here.
Yeah.
Or at least has feelings for him. And so she's 100% too afraid to admit it. So I understand his frustration here. Like, come on,
Yeah.
girl, just admit it. Then again, she hasn't had emotions for the last 100 years. So,
Yeah, she's never had to process love like that.
yeah.
Picturing them fighting while he's a female was really funny to me. And then also, I said I'm sure he's a gorgeous female, though. You know, I'm sure
Of
he's
course.
equally as gorgeous in
Oh.
that form as he is. Like,
Yeah.
100%. He's
Why am
it's
I
just so funny.
beautiful man.
I'm picturing with like a corset and like these big boobs just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
But still,
doesn't like
like 6, whatever he is, like 6'3", 6'4", like
that would be so funny. Don't they cross paths? And she's like, "Wait,
Wait,
you're
that's
Dorian."
who are you?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that witch before.
yeah.
He's like Doriana.
I'm Dorian.
or just Dory.
Yeah, Dory. Oh, that's funny. I know people are probably like, what's going on as they're arguing.
Yes.
The Yellowlegs matron is wearing the crown of stars. Manon fights all 3 matrons. She kills the Yellowlegs matron and finally reclaims the crown. If I can speak. Instead of killing Petra's mother, she lets her leave, telling her to inform Petra that their life debt has been paid and she is free to choose her own path. Manon's grandmother escapes on her wyvern. After the battle, Glennis places the crown of stars on Manon's head and names her the Queen of Witches.
I said, don't worry, guys. We get to see Manon's grandmother get what she deserves at the end of this book. Because
But it's
she's
not-
a bitch.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't get the death that I would have liked her to get. Like,
Oh,
it should have been more slow and painful. Like, maybe she should have been gutted by Manon, or
Yeah.
just
I like that
she just
Astrid got
died
to
at
kill her. Sorry.
no, yeah. I mean, yes, but like she killed her with didn't she just die when the witch tower exploded?
Astrid specifically goes after her with her knives first, and then she tackles her and takes her down as she's yielding.
Okay.
I literally don't remember this.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I didn't even know I didn't even remember her dying. I thought she
Okay.
was still alive.
Anyway,
I felt like she deserved a death like Karen. Like, I feel like
Mhm.
it wasn't as brutal as it should have been either. But I mean, at least she dies, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved when Manon was appointed as the queen. And I felt like it was like kind of a F you to her grandma, because her grandma was most likely after that for her entire life. Like, that was her whole MO, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like her whole reason for
Mhm.
existence was because she wanted to become the queen. And I'm sure it just like really pissed her off that Manon got that. But then when she scurried away, okay, I described it as scurrying away,
Yes.
away, because she's like, ugh, you know,
She's
just
like a little rat.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's gross.
Gross. Anyone else?
Peyton
No.
already said hers. It was just I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
Yeah, I
remember.
just said I don't remember.
Just I don't remember. Once again, I don't remember.
think
that.
Once again,
Sorry.
she
I think
doesn't
my
remember this part.
I think my next note is also I don't remember.
Shocker.
Oh my-
She. Anyway,
I
did we
checked
mention
out.
she
I
was
was
listening to this at
blocked out.
1.7?
True.
Not
yeah.
1.9 though.
1.9.
Woof.
Back in Aniel, Rowan realizes Aelin still hasn't used her fire since they rescued her. Fenris quietly explains why. Karen tortured her with fire. Rowan, Aelin, and the others gather swords and armor from Kael's father's keep as Morath's forces begin their assault. When the battles begin, Rowan notices Aelin hasn't come out of the keep. Then she finally appears dressed in brilliant gold armor. Instead of using her fire, she draws a sword and joins the fighting alongside everyone else.
I think, like, I sometimes forget that before she regained access to her magic, she was still a very skilled assassin, so she can fight and kill just fine without using her magic. It's just easier to use it, but she still can take people down.
Yeah. I liked that they stole the armor.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then his dad, like the whatever Lord Westfall, whatever his freaking bitch ass name is. He sees them all and he's like, and they just like walk by him. And then Aelin, of course, like found the best armor and wore it.
I know, I love that because he's the worst. So they just like,
Yeah.
they're like, look what we got.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about this more soon, but Aelin's been like digging because her inner monologue is talking about how she's been like digging into her well of power, but like, you know, that's all. That's like the only detail we get about that for a little while, but
yeah. I said, oh, look, another battle. Also, I pretty much said the same thing as Poonam. I honestly didn't read your note when I was going over this, but I had also forgotten that Aelin is fully capable of killing people. Like, she's a trained assassin. We just are so used to her using her magic, like you said, that we just... I just fully forget that she's capable of defending herself without it.
The first, like, 4 books, she's, like, fully defending herself without the magic up until she learns how to control it with Rowan. Like, yeah. But yeah, you forget. She was so, like, such a skilled fighter.
Yeah. We forget the assassin aspect at this point.
Yeah.
You forgot the whole book at this point. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, how can you not forget things when it's this long?
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. Continuing on into our journey. Meanwhile, Morath's real objective becomes clear. They're trying to destroy Aniel's dam. If it breaks, the flood will wipe out Morath's army, but it will also destroy all of Aniel and Aelin's forces. Sartak and Nezrin race to stop the soldiers that are using a battering ram against the dam, while Lorcan battles 10 Vogue warriors alone. One slices open his back, and another drives a sword into his stomach. Sartak and Nezrin return to the keep with devastating news. The dam has... I'm going to start that over. The dam has been badly damaged and won't hold much longer. They need... I don't know why I'm reading so slow now. I'm almost done. Okay.
You're fine.
They need to get every soldier off the plains immediately and evacuate the city. But there simply isn't enough time. When the dam breaks, thousands of their own soldiers will be trapped below. So it gets real stressful.
Yes. This whole part stressed me out. Seeing Lorcan stuck there was really stressful, especially knowing that the dam was broken and he couldn't move. And the last thing that Eilidh had said to him was, I don't care if you die. So.
Yeah. I mean, her finding it, like, well, we'll talk about that soon, but this part, yeah. I felt like it was just a mad dash to get everybody out, and it was very frantic.
Yeah. I said, cue Eilidh regretting whatever it was she said to him earlier, and then that she didn't care if he lived or died in the next battle. Yeah, right, Eilidh, you liar.
You do care.
Eilidh realizes Lorcan never made it back. Rowan tells Fenris to use his teleportation magic to find him, but Fenris admits he can't. He hasn't used his magic since Connell's death and no longer knows if he can make the jump. Without hesitation, Eilidh steals Kael's horse and rides back onto the battlefield herself. She finds Lorcan barely alive and somehow gets him onto the horse. As they race towards the gates, Lorcan begs her to leave him behind, telling her he's slowing the horse down. Then, for the first time, he tells Eilidh that he loves her. He begs begs her to let him go, but she refuses. She's not going to leave without him. Guys, I'm sorry, but this part of the audiobook really pissed me off. The narrator yelling Lorcan was such an ick. I had to skip it, open my book, read that part, and then restart
Oh my gosh.
the audiobook later.
I don't recall it being like gross or not. Like I don't
remember
really
how she
remember.
said it.
Yeah.
Lorcan! Ew.
Okay.
Kill me. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I liked this whole scene though. I liked that Aelin like was able to take the horse that was like not friendly. Like this it was an Asterian
It was
mare
Kale's
or
horse that was like
Yes.
giving him trouble in Tower of Dawn.
yes, that like nobody could control this horse, and Aelin grabbed the horse and it liked her enough to let him or to let her ride it, and then she went off and found Lorcan, and good for Aelin.
I was stressed during this part. It was like the same adrenaline that you get from a chasing scene. But I knew that they would be safe. So
How did
Like,
you
I was-
know,
So you weren't
Peyton?
that stressed. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like nothing's gonna go down here.
I just pictured her running off pure adrenaline, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way that she was able to get him onto the horse, because as we know, he towers over her. So
He's like,
that was
isn't
probably
he
a
the
sight
tallest?
to see.
Yeah, he's
I
like
think
7
so.
feet tall,
And I picture her
Yeah.
being pretty
and
small.
she's
I
like
think
5
she's
feet
like our
tall.
height. Yeah.
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 She's
There
like,
there's like a 2-foot difference.
Yeah.
Okay, they're still almost a mile from the keep when the dam finally bursts. At the same time, Aelin is flying over the battlefield on Borte's Rook. Rowan suddenly realizes what she's been doing all this time. She hasn't been avoiding her magic for the past 3 months. She's been making the descent into it, slowly gathering every ounce of her power. Everyone assumed she was saving the blow for Maeve, and instead, Aelin unleashes it here. She blasts the wall of water with so much fire that it turns to steam, saving thousands of soldiers from certain death.
I thought this was really a cool way for her to use her magic. I mean, I would have loved to have seen her use it on Maeve, but if she was going to use it in any other way, it made for a very cool image. Like just visualizing this entire dam worth of water just like turning to steam was super cool.
Mhm.
I felt like it was a big relief that everyone was saved. I mean, we didn't want all those people to die, but it did worry me for how she would battle Maeve, because we all know that battle is imminent. So, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
that
she
twist.
was saving all of that for Maeve, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she,
I mean, spoiler alert, when we see Maeve again, she doesn't have this level of power, so it would have been like this is where she needed to use it. Otherwise, like use it and then lose it, you know? Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, Manon goes to Dorian and apologizes for how she reacted after learning he was planning to go to Morath alone. Dorian tells her that he'll be leaving the next day. Manon asks him to stay, saying they could form an alliance between Otterlin and the Krakens by marrying. Dorian doesn't believe that's the life she truly wants, telling her she'd never be happy feeling confined by marriage. They spend the night together, but when Manon wakes the next morning, Dorian is gone. He's already left for Morath, taking the 2 word keys with him. I just would like to say, when they spend the night together, he tells her to leave the crown on. That is all. That is all. That is all.
I just said I would be perfectly happy being confined by marriage to Dorian. No problems whatsoever.
I said same.
also, if they got married, I feel like he would age and she would stay young. Sorry, Michaela. I just feel like that's what would happen.
Yeah. Boo. Back in Terrasen, Aelin tells Ren to send messengers across the continent calling for anyone willing to answer Terrasen's plea for aid. They continue to fight Morath's army, knowing they are badly outnumbered and likely to lose. Then, at the last possible moment, Rolf and the Mycenians arrive, unleashing their fire lances on the enemy. Aelin orders his men onto the waiting ships, and the army escapes by river, setting the course for Ornth. Lorcan finally wakes from his injuries to find Aelin sitting beside him. She tells him she loves him, and the 2 finally kiss.
Okay, I thought for some reason when I was just like listening to this the first time, I thought that it was Aelin. Like, because the fire, like, you immediately think, oh, Aelin's like they've made it. They're like, everyone's come together. But it wasn't. Again, still excited about Rolf, but I did think it was Aelin.
Yeah, I could see that. That
I
kind of
didn't know how
too.
she got there, but
yeah, like maybe somehow.
Yeah.
I was happy for Lorcan and the lead to finally be together because, you know, the lead up to that was very, very long.
Yeah, it took forever. I just said, "Oh, Rolf, thanks for showing up, buddy."
For real.
Manon and the Krakens receive Terrasen's call for aid, and Manon immediately says they will answer it. The 13 stand with her, followed by the leaders of the 7 great hearths. Manon lights the ancient flame of war, and then each of the 7 hearths is lit in turn. I don't remember this at all. I'm so sorry. The final flame is carried to every Kraken camp across the continent, calling every Kraken witch to war.
You don't remember that?
I don't, but I believe you. I just don't. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just like love that Manon is queen now. Like, go Queen Manon.
She
She has reunited all of the witches. She's done her job.
I love that they like immediately answer her call. And
Yeah.
I said it was kind of like picturing a bunch of women going off to war is like pretty badass. But then also in real life, if someone was like, you need to go to war, I'd be like, no, I'm good.
No, I actually am not.
I'm not picking the phone up. I'm not going to answer that call. Sorry.
Oh gosh. Isn't this the part when all the witches, like, we hear about how like all the witches leaving where they are and going? Like, it mentioned something about even witches that have families and they're
Yeah.
like they
maybe.
didn't know and they leave their kids behind even. And I'm pretty sure they're like husbands don't even know that they were witches, but they take the call and they leave.
Awkward.
I'm pretty sure it says something during that.
That's the minute detail that you remember.
That's the one thing she remembers, you guys. Whoa.
Look at me go.
Good work.
You guys are like, yeah, I don't remember that. And I'm like, this is what happened.
This is what I remember.
No, I remember it that way too. That's how I remember the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, was them all just
imagine being
gathering
married
their brooms.
And your wife is like, I'm a witch and also I have to go to war. Sorry.
Yeah. You're going to be here with the kids. And I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And hopefully I come back.
Broom in hand. That would be shocking.
That would be shocking.
Because they didn't even have any idea.
Aelin tells Rowan about the letters she secretly sent while they were traveling. She wrote to Adian, she wrote to Rowan's uncle and to Essar, explaining that she'd been imprisoned by Maeve and learned the truth about her plans. In the letters, Aelin reveals that Maeve is actually a Vogue, hoping to convince Maeve's people to rise up against her and refuse to march. Meanwhile, Caution and his soldiers arrive. Essar, Caution, Sartak, and the armies all agree to march with Aelin to Terrasen, while Irene continues healing people infected by the Vogue. Hussar is still a bitch, in case anyone's wondering. She's pushing back on almost every plan that's Aelin's coming up with, and it's annoying to me, okay? You're here.
Yeah.
You said you were going to help. Shut up and help.
It's true. I did think it was hilarious, though. I know I said this earlier, but like, Aelin just like made all of that up and hoped that it would convince people. Like, she had maybe an inkling that it was correct because of the visions that Maeve had been giving her, but like, she just made it up and was like, well, let's see if they come or not. I think that's so ballsy. Oh.
Aelin begins wondering whether Irene's magic could work on Erewhon or even on Maeve. If Irene can remove the Vogue from human hosts, maybe she could destroy them without Aelin having to forge the lock. Aelin searches through the ancient books written in word marks that Cale and Irene have brought with them, but she finds nothing useful. The wild men of the mountains offer Aelin a bargain. If they are given part of Aniel's territory, they'll guide the army through hidden mountain paths into Terrasen, allowing them to avoid Morath's forces. Cale's father refuses, but Aelin points out that as Hand of the King, Cale now outranks his father.
Yep. He gets that reminder a second time. That's right. Cale outranks you, Lord Westfall, you asshole.
I just said thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like
Before,
actually, because
so sorry. Nope, you're fine.
No, that's
Finish
all.
your thought.
That's
Okay.
all.
Before it's settled, Kale's father reveals one last cruel secret. He shows Kale a trunk filled with letters from his mother. She'd written to him for years while he lived in Rifthold, but his father never sent a single one. He let Kale believe his mother had abandoned him while making his mother think Kale had never written back. Kale grants the wild men the land that they requested, and they lead the army into the mountains. Meanwhile, half of the Rooks and the Dargon riders march under Caution's banner along the eastern side of the mountains, hoping to draw Morath's forces away from the Farian Gap. I forgot about this, and it made me sad again. Sorry.
The letters?
The letters.
Oh, that part made me so mad because Kale even talks about it in Throne of Glass and in I can never remember the name of the second Crown of Midnight. Yes.
Yeah.
He talks about it in both books about how when he left, his family just completely abandoned him, and his mom never talked to him again, and his dad is obviously the worst. But it just makes me sad thinking that like for like years and years and years, she sent him letters all the time, and he could have had all those years worth of letters, and like no wonder he is who he is. Like
Yes.
it just
Yeah.
makes me so sad for him.
Ladies, take your
it's
own
horrible.
letters to the post office, okay? This is what we've learned.
Yes.
No, it's horrible because he could have had like he doesn't really ever say anything bad about his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like he still loved her, missed her, all of the things. But knowing that he could have had a relationship with her, like they could have been writing the whole time, is so sad.
Yeah.
And for that, Lord Westfall, go to hell, you absolute piece of shit. See you never.
For real.
Also as like from his mom's perspective,
Mhm.
like her just thinking that that he just didn't care about her pretty much, like he just left her, and him, oh my gosh, so sad. I just said Kale's not a bad person, he just has mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah. Mostly
Yeah,
daddy
that's true.
issues. I mean,
Mostly daddy, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
oh, poor
Um,
guy.
We are now technically moving into part 2 of the book, which is called Gods and Gates, just a heads up. Dorian arrives at Morath disguised as a mouse and sneaks into the keep. There, he discovers Maeve meeting privately with Erewhon. At the same time, Aelin, Lysandra, and the remnants of Terrasen's army finally arrive at Ornth.
Maeve reveals the truth about herself to Erewhon. She tells him she is the Vogue queen who was once married to his brother, and admits that she's no longer queen of Doranel because Aelin's letters worked. Her own armies rose up against her and refused to march. Maeve also reveals that Aelin escaped her captivity. She proposes an alliance with Erewhon, then opens a portal to show him the Cairn Clee. Since Erewhon has struggled to find hosts for his remaining 6 Vogue princesses, Maeve suggests replacing them inside the giant spiders instead. Erewhon reveals that his ultimate goal is to bring his 2 brothers back into the world, and he agrees to Maeve's plan. After the meeting, Maeve leaves for the chambers Erewhon had prepared for her. Dorian follows her, but Maeve already knows he's there and traps him.
Oh my gosh, this part
She's
was
like,
gonna give me a heart attack.
she's like, all of these things just went wrong, but do you want to like partner up? I just failed on
Literally.
multiple accounts,
Yeah.
but do you want to work
Like,
together?
Everything I've been working for like 1,000 years just went to shit. And so if you just like want to help me out,
That'd be great.
let's get married. I was seriously scared though that Dorian was going to be put, like, especially if Erewhon found out, in another collar, and I was like, I can't handle that twice.
Yeah. Like we kind of just said, Maeve had nothing, and so creating that alliance with Erewhon was her last hope. And then when Maeve trapped Dorian, my heart sank. I was so worried for him also, but I kind of had hope, for obvious reasons.
We're halfway through the last book of the 8-book series. Like, we have to have some sort of hope.
Yeah. Instead of killing Dorian, Maeve offers him a deal. She claims she wants the word key so she can banish Erewhon and his brothers forever. She tells Dorian that Aelin is relieved he has the keys because it means he'll be the one sacrificing himself instead of her. Dorian says he doesn't blame Aelin for that. Then he makes Maeve an offer of his own. If she'll work with him instead of Erewhon, he'll marry her and give her Otterlin as her own kingdom to rule. Vernon is also being held at Morath, and seeing him gives Dorian an idea. He shapeshifts into Vernon so he can move through the fortress unnoticed, speak with Erewhon, and try to learn where the final word key is hidden. Unfortunately, he doesn't uncover anything useful, and the key remains missing.
You don't fully realize it here, but Dorian is doing some Aelin level mastermind planning, and it really pays off in a couple chapters.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? What's
Very
gonna
stressed.
happen?
You're not going to marry her.
Why
No,
are you
thank you.
offering to
Dorian-
marry Maeve? Why? What?
Yeah.
Hold up.
What?
Maeve has brought 6 Karen Kui with her, and the remaining Vogue princesses have now been placed inside the giant spiders, which just freaks me out. Dorian continues searching the keep for the final word key. He discovers a locked chamber and shapeshifts to slip inside. There he finds a black stone sarcophagus along with rows upon rows of wordstone collars. He stumbled upon the very tomb where Gavin and Elena imprisoned Erewhon. The collars begin affecting Dorian's mind, but Maeve pulls him free before they're able to take hold. She insists she has no desire to become like Erewhon and his brothers. Dorian becomes convinced the final key must be hidden inside Erewhon's private tower, but he has no way of getting inside. Instead, he asks Maeve to try seducing Erewhon so she can gain access.
I just wanted this part to be over. I was so stressed out. I
Yeah.
was like, I know you have a
Mhm.
plan. I know it's going to be fine, but please, can we just finish this part and get it over with? Because I need our sweet baby Dorian out of this situation.
Yeah.
No, but why was I kind of like, wait, do I believe Maeve?
Oh my
Am I an
gosh.
idiot?
Wait. And this
Wait,
is the
hold on.
part
Is
of the
she
movie
being
where
good?
Peyton would die.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No,
I'm like, this
she's
is a good
really
plan.
good.
Maeve's first attempt doesn't work. Erewhon rejects her completely, embarrassing, and refuses to let her into his chambers. The following day, however, they meet again with Dorian hidden in Maeve's pocket in the form of a mouse, which I think is so cute. Little baby Dorian mouse. Erewhon asks Maeve to summon all of the Karen Kui to join his war effort, but Maeve convinces him to save them for a later battle. Instead, she offers to demonstrate her power by showing him his long-lost brothers.
Yeah, she poses this like she's going to open a portal to his brothers, but in reality, she's going to show him a vision of opening a portal to his brothers, like the visions that she showed Aelin when she had her trapped. Probably like Rhys can do because he's related to Maeve.
Some mind work.
But he's good, so it's fine.
We'll see.
He's
be
more
Dun, dun, dun.
he's more like Fenris, type of good, less Maeve, We're all
Sure.
on the
We hope.
on the Rhysand moonbeam train.
That's his
here.
last name, and I'm sticking to
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. He's totally good. Aedion prepares a trap for Morath's fleet. His soldiers bury explosives beneath the battlefield and ignite them as Morath advances. The explosion destroys 2 of the 3 witch towers and cripples the 3rd before it can be used. It's a huge victory, but Morath still has 150,000 soldiers marching toward Orinth. Maeve's illusion creates the opening Dorian needs. While Erewhon is distracted by visions of his brothers, Maeve opens a portal that allows Dorian into the tower. Inside, he finds a young woman lying in Erewhon's bed and immediately realizes the final word key has been hidden inside of her arm. Dorian cuts the key from her arm and she begs him to end her suffering, but he can't bring himself to do it. Moments later, Maeve arrives, kills the woman herself, and turns her power on Dorian, invading his mind in an attempt to control him.
This just brought back some Caltaine trauma for me here.
Yes.
Yeah. I was so sad for this girl because she very clearly had been used and abused by Erewhon, just like Caltaine, and the fact that he turned young women into the word keys basically was disgusting. Just taking it a step further.
Yeah. It was really gross. And I was glad that she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so she could be
Yes.
at peace. Because,
Yeah. I was thinking Dorian would end her suffering since he knows what it's like to be kind of trapped in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But also, of course, Maeve turned on him. Like, I was glad he was able to get the key. But as soon as she turned on him, I was like, okay, never mind. You
Yeah.
fooled
Never
me
mind.
for 2 seconds, Maeve.
yeah.
Except Dorian was ready for her. The entire time, he'd been pretending to fall under Maeve's control while secretly studying her magic. He turns the tables completely, taking control of her mind instead. While she's trapped, Dorian reveals he's already weakened Morath's foundations with his own magic and plans to bring the entire fortress crashing down. Before he leaves, he releases Maeve from his control, but not before permanently stripping away her ability to open portals between worlds.
He
Okay,
says,
this is I'm so sorry. Something
that's okay.
like just really quickly, I just came to my mind.
Mhm.
He can imitate other people's and learn other people's magics because it's raw magic. So like it's so possible that Dorian could also be, or Rhys could be a descendant of Dorian, because like when I think about it, he literally just said that he used like her mind, like he learned her mind control and used it against her. So like
and they both
he's
have dark
gaining,
hair.
yes, and he's gaining all these skills here that we know Rhys has all these skills that like nobody else has, but Dorian has learned them coming across everybody here, and now maybe they're just part of his line. We don't know.
Yeah, when
Sure.
he
Anywho.
permanently strips away her ability to open portals, he says World Walker no longer, and I was like, yes, King. I love this for you.
Yes.
I don't remember if this is what happens, but I think he brings down Morath by expanding all the water in the keep into ice so the foundation crumbles. Can somebody tell me? Michelle
You know, I
looking it up.
can't
remember.
Yeah.
I'll look it
Michelle
up.
was looking it up. Anyway, he brings down all of Morath, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally.
And yeah. We all know that Maeve is the best at deception, but
Mhm.
Dorian outsmarted her, and I just love that whole part.
Yeah,
He just had his good plan.
he
Good
uses
plan, buddy.
his ice magic to weaken the structural foundation of Morath and just
Okay.
brings
Yes,
it crashing
King.
down.
Okay, yep.
I also love how quick he is, to come up with
Mhm.
all of that, and then, using her magic against her. He didn't skip any details. It was just perfect, just like him.
Yep. Again, this is why he is the best character in this whole book.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we just take a moment to appreciate how ridiculously powerful Dorian has become? While Aelin has mastered her fire, Dorian has spent this series learning one ability after another, and at this point he's becoming an absolute force of nature, and now he has all 3 word keys.
We absolutely can take a moment to appreciate that. Yes.
It's just crazy thinking about him in, was it Throne of Glass when he cracks the wall, or was it Crown of Midnight?
Crown of Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like starting to manifest his powers and how
Mhm.
scared he was, and he just like obviously at that point his dad had like magic wasn't a thing and he was just terrified, and now here we are and he's taken
know.
down Morath and he has the word keys. It's just
Like a year later,
happy
or
for him.
however long it is.
Think back to sweet baby Dorian in book 1, who's just like giving away puppies and bringing candy to Selena.
He's like,
Mhm.
Selena, do you like me?
Yes. But he's so sweet. Like he's perfect in that book too. And now not only is he like so sweet, but he's become a man. Like
Mhm. He's a
he's a man.
Back in Terrasen, Irene offers Elide hope. She tells her she believes she can heal Elide's injured foot. It will be slow, painful, and take time, but it's possible. Elide says they'll talk about it after the war if they survive. Just then, Borte arrives with Vernon as her prisoner. Vernon reveals that Peranth has fallen to Erewhon and confirms that Maeve has traveled to Morath to form an alliance with him. He also warns them that 100,000 soldiers are marching on Orin. Aelin gives Vernon exactly the mercy he deserves. She has him chained inside a room just as he once chained Elide. Then she leaves him there to die of starvation. Great part.
Yes, this was like
No notes.
exceptional. Yeah, no notes. I loved this. I thought this was the perfect punishment for him. Like, absolutely dies a slow and painful death, just like he deserves. Like, again,
Yes.
no notes.
And that probably took a long time for him to die. Like, he
Yeah.
was probably there for a hot minute.
Yeah, because it would like of hunger. Like he just died of like, oh, so good.
I didn't like, though, that Aelin asked Erilea, how do you want us to kill him? And she says, please don't make him suffer. And then Aelin's like, I'm going to make him suffer anyway. Why did you ask her then? You
They
dumb
do-
bitch.
They
Stop.
do double check with her though, and Erilea is like fine with it because they're
Yeah,
like
she's like,
at
"It's
one point they're like, "Do you want us to end it?" And she's like, "No, like let him. You can let
Yeah.
him suffer."
Yeah.
I think she's conflicted about it because she is
Yeah.
so sweet.
She's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Aelin and Lorcan
She's
are
a good
like,
person.
we're gonna let him
She's so
suffer.
nice.
We're like, yeah, starve him.
Break his ankle.
No food for you. bitch.
Literally
Yeah,
break
like-
his ankle.
Yes, Lorcan's like, I'll freaking
Yeah.
torture him.
I
Um,
know, right? And he would too. He's,
He's like,
terrifying.
"Let me out." You know that meme, and it's like that blonde chick, and I think she's wearing headphones or something. She's like, well, and she's like going back and forth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
She's like, that's Aelin. Like, oh, my
As
only
Orin-
note was I said my
Nope, go
my
ahead.
only note was bye, Vernon.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
As Orinth prepares for its final stand, Darrow shows Lysandra the last remaining sacred text from the Library of Orinth. Everyone prepares for battle as more than 1,000 witches riding wyverns appear in the sky. Aelin plans to use Rolf's fire lances against them and quietly tells Lysandra that if the battle is lost, she must take Evangeline through the secret tunnels beneath the castle and escape. Then, before the fighting begins, Aelin finally tells Lysandra the words she's been waiting to hear. He tells her that he loves her.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
I know.
Ick.
I just don't know how I feel about this. Like, there were times where I was like totally fine with it. And I was like, oh, I really do hope they end up together. But then, like, just after the whole pushing her in the snow and humiliating her, like, she was literally a courtesan. So, like, she was she was used and abused her whole life. And so,
Mhm.
for him to show her such disrespect, it just icks me out, especially naked. Like, she never
Yeah.
had the choice to like have her own body be her own body. And so, like, for him to like push her out naked and show that to everybody and humiliate her, that is so inexcusable to me. It's like just unredeemable.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think he went too far to be redeemed. But as we know, Lysandra does forgive him, and I don't know. Okay, so she forgives him, but she'll never forget that moment. So I don't see how their relationship could ever be the same. So is it going to be like a good relationship, or like are they just going to casually move past that? You know?
Yeah.
I feel
And-
like it is like a stressful situation. So like there's been a lot of stress and they'll probably move past it. But like they're gonna need like a lot of therapy, I think.
Yeah, because like you said, the way that it was that specific, the fact that she was naked, like you said, that alone is just so. If it was not anything else, but there could have been a lot of other things that happened that would be like a little bit more excusable.
To
than
me,
what
he could have
happened.
slapped her, honestly, and it would have been less, like to me, less horrible than him pushing her out
Pulled
into
her
the
on.
snow naked. Yeah,
Just
like,
imagine anytime they get in a fight moving forward, she's going to be like, remember that time you threw me out in the snow naked? And then he loses the fight. Done. Over.
yes. I mean,
Yeah.
good for her. Like as she should.
As it
she
should.
Yeah.
never lose a
Be.
fight ever again.
Well, and like we talked about earlier, there was a point in the book where it does say that they're mates. There was never a conversation of like, oh, we're mates. Like I don't think we ever really got that, but it definitely mentions that they are. And so I feel like that also has an element of her, like the reason that she would have forgiven him, you know, like there's like a stronger bond there.
They're like drawn to each other.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
Googling? Funum.
No, sorry.
Okay. I thought you were
Sorry.
gonna be Googling if they're mates. Okay.
Oh, I can if you want me to. Sorry. R-A.
Because it like we don't get a moment of it saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. It says, okay, why does it say yes if then it says they are romantic
Yeah.
partners and choose each other as they choose each other as mates, though they do
It
not
says
have
they do
the
not,
magical pre-fated mating bond
Okay.
that characters like Rowan and Aelin share.
So
Okay,
instead of
so
saying
no.
that they're like, instead of saying, oh, we're husband and wife, they just say we're mates.
Ew.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Is
Okay.
that right?
So we
like
can
they
just
use that wording.
we can just lie and say, yeah, we're mates. What if he finds his real one later? Awkward.
Yeah.
That is awkward.
Sorry.
That's true.
Interesting.
I didn't think about
Interesting.
Gotta
I'm
go be
glad
with
we
her.
Googled that because that also means that other people could be saying that anywhere else in the universe.
I was just thinking that Elide and Lorcan's gonna look young and Elide's gonna look old, but because like their lives are tied together, so it's not like he's gonna randomly start aging. He's just gonna look the same, and she's
And then
gonna
he's gonna
look.
die.
Yeah, he's gonna die when she dies,
Mm-hmm.
but they're gonna be like still, like
Mhm.
it was just I don't know if I like that.
Okay, here we go. Just when it looks like Orinth is about to be overwhelmed, more wyverns appear from the north, not Iron Teeth, but Krakens. Manon and the 13 have arrived, and they haven't come alone. More than 5,000 Kraken witches answer Terrasen's call, filling the skies above Orinth and turning what looked like certain defeat into something that finally resembles hope. And that's where we'll leave things for today's episode.
Yes, the Krakens though, it's so exciting
They
when they start.
arrived!
Yes, coming in, we're like, yeah,
Yeah.
they've come to aid.
It's finally about to get real.
I know.
Mhm.
Yes, the final battle is coming, people.
Yes,
Gear up.
It's like the whole last half of this book is like one battle,
Literally.
and then you get like 2 wrap-up chapters. No, you get a few, but
It felt longer than that.
no, it is.
It's like 4.
It's like
I think.
40
5.
chapters of this battle.
Yeah.
That's not true entirely because we do. There's some lead up to the battle with the whole Aelin and Dorian, and
Oh my god.
they're
we have to talk
they're
about
having
that.
to
I forgot.
figuring all that out. Honestly, I was at the
Oh my
point.
gosh, I didn't even know what you were talking about at first, and then it just
She
I was at
forgot
the
that
point
part.
when I was reading that I was like, when are they going to do this? Like, is this actually
Yeah.
going to happen, or like what? Like, so.
I forgot it
yeah.
because it was stupid.
Yes, because honestly, it feels like what did it change? It didn't change anything.
Not
like,
shit.
Point.
No.
There was no point to it. We talked about it for 8 books, and there was no point. Okay.
Yes, because they never took it. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll
we
talk.
have plenty
We'll
of
talk. We'll
time to talk
discuss.
about it next week, but you will hear our thoughts.
That'll be half the episode. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Oh, all right. So as you all know, we were like ready for the end of this book. So were you as ready for the final battle as we were? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Next week, we will continue our Kingdom of Ash recap, moving into the final episode of our coverage on the series.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for listening to our Kingdom of Ash Part 2 episode. If you enjoyed our banter, please be sure to subscribe, leave a comment or review, and share our tiny book club with another book lover. We'll see you next week. Happy reading.
That sounded